students. I hope you all are fit and fine and doing your studies well. So today we are going to start the chapter 2, landforms of the earth. As I have told you, the surface of the earth consists of many different kinds of landforms. Yes, our earth's surfaces consist of, it has many types of landforms. So there are the major landforms and the minor landforms. So let's discuss about the major and the minor landforms. So the three major landforms are mountains, plateaus and the plains. And let's look to the minor landforms. What are the minor landforms? Minor landforms are deserts, coasts, peninsulas, caves, islands and isthmus. So let's discuss one by one all the landforms of the earth. So let's start. So let's discuss with mountains. Mountains are rocky masses of land that rise very high above the surrounding land. They have steep sloping sides and pointed tips called peaks. Chain of mountain is called a mountain range. Mountain ranges can be young or old. Young ranges are Himalayas and Alps. Old mountain ranges are Vindhyas and Alpachins. Himalayas are the highest mountain range in the world. As you know, a pass is a break or gap in a mountain range through which people can move from one place to another. In north of India, Nathula is a famous pass connecting India and China. Some highlands are not as high as mountain. They are called hills. Hills have gentler slope and more rounded than mountains. Play an important role in our life as many rivers and streams flow from mountains. Valley is a lowland that lies between hills or mountains. Valley often have rivers flowing through them. River valley are V-shaped. They have very rich and fertile soil. This is because the easy availability of water and the fertile soil made the farming in the valley easily. Let me start with plateaus. Plateau is a flat top landform that rises sharply from the surrounding land. The Tibetan Plateau in Himalaya is the largest plateau, which is known as the roof of the world. The Deccan Plateau in the southern India is the very old plateau. A plain is a large area of land. The flat and fertile Gangetic Plains covers a large part of northern India. It is easy to build roads, houses and railways and grow crops in the plains than in mountains. Plains are often crossed by rivers. Rivers are long streams of water that flows across the land into ocean, seas, lakes or another river. Now let's see the 3D image of the delta. All the solid material that river carry while flowing downstream is known as sediment. When rivers flow into other water bodies like ocean, lakes and rivers, they get deposit at the mouth of the river to form deltas. Ganga and the Brahmaputra river is the largest delta in the world. As you can see in the image, deserts are large area of extremely dry lands. Hills, these are the hills formed by the loose sand called the sand dunes. And the Sahara Desert in North Africa is the biggest hot desert in the world. So students, let's start with coast and the peninsula. As you can see, the southern part of the India is covered by the seas or oceans, and we can see the many coasts are there. So coasts are the land by the side of the sea. Yani ki coasts are those plains which are the side of the seas. So there are many coasts in the southern India. Place where the land and the sea. Here is the land and here is the sea. Where these both meets, This is known as coastline. Are you getting, children? The coast is the piece of land that is side by the sea or ocean, and the coastline is the place where the sea and the land meets. Now the peninsula. Peninsula, when a land mass, yani ki when a land mass is surrounded by the water bodies three side, that we call peninsula. And the tip, as you getting, the tip which touches the sea, the tip which touches the sea is known as cape. The Kanyakumari is the example of the cape. We are going to start with coast and peninsula. I have told you that a land by the side of an ocean is called a coast. As you can see, the land which is side at the coast, this is known as coast. And the line between the land and the river is known as coastline. What we are going to say is coastline. And coast can be sandy or rocky. As I have told you, coast can be sandy or rocky. And peninsula, when landmass is surrounded by water on three sides, when the water is surrounded by three sides, as you can see, the south of India is already covered by the three sides, that is known as peninsula. What you are going to say it? Peninsulas. And a tip of the peninsula which touches the sea. The tip of the peninsula which touch the sea. Here you can see it's a sea. This point is known as cape. What we are going to say it? We are going to say it cape. And Kanyakumari is the example of cape. Now the next is isthmus. Yes, children, we start with island, isthmus and strait. So what is island? As you can see in this globe, the area of the land which is surrounded by water. As you can see the Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is totally covered with the water. So this is an island. Andaman and Nicobar is also an example of island. Now we switch on to isthmus. Isthmus is a narrow strip of land that joins two larger land masses. So we have the isthmus. Yes, we can see the North America and the South America. A small land that is connecting the two continents. This is known as isthmus. Okay, and the strait is strip of water between two larger landmass. That is we call strait. As you can see in this globe, India and Sri Lanka. Yes, strait is an example of that. I hope students you have understood the chapter, the landforms of the earth. So stay home, stay safe. Thank you.